Hello YouTube, Aaron here with another one. Just talking about some of the things that I've been doing over the last couple of days. So I've had a lot of trouble with my console, although I will be moving forward with trying to get the complications that I'm going through sorted. I've just got to look at new things to try and integrate into it to get the commands to work. That's the problem at the moment. Some commands already do work, you can update. Which I'm pretty sure is the only thing that you can do. You can install packages with the no confirm command or other known commands for package managers. So like the force install command or basically the command that basically agrees with the installation automatically. So like sudo pacman -sy gparted space space -- no confirm would be one way of saying, right, install this package, yes I agree to installing it, just install it. Or you've got the -y, I think it is for Debian. That's what I use in my application anyway to do the updates of packages. I used to have a elite and core function, so you could download more than what was on the system, and it download more, which is what I'm going to be, well, I'm doing a full edition, which is why I'm making loads of app images to keep people up to date. I'm making my own app images at the moment for Facebook. I've got tons to show. So we're going to go on my website. I'm going to have a look at my website. And there's been some updates to my website, and we've got CodePals, another coding bot that I use just to try and make Qt4 applications today. But I'm having some issues with Qt4. None of these bots want to work with Qt4, so I was actually trying to make an application. Basically, Qt3 straight away works out of the box for full screen YouTube videos, and I was having problems with Qt6, and which is why I didn't make my browser in my terminal at the start. I did have a massive line of code, probably about 700 lines long, with a browser integrated into the terminal initially. But the thing is, I've changed from that now to being a bit more, so I've been focused on different things. Obviously I want the browser involved, but I haven't included that yet. So the browser is actually to make it easier for people that want to make ISOs. It was going to be something like a tribute for penguins' eggs. But anyway, we're going to keep this short, sweet and simple today. Probably about 5 minutes if that really this video is going to be. So we've got the new update for my website. We've got a welcome. Like normal, we've got penguins' eggs here, so if you want to learn about penguins' eggs, how to make ISOs. We've now got a new page called Applications. We've got all of my app images I've been making in the last couple of days. We've got a few made today. We've got you can download Facebook, so we've got like an app image for Facebook. You can log in, it should save your credentials as a secure file, of course. And we've also got Facebook Messenger. I didn't know Facebook Messenger had its own page, so we're going to get to that in a minute. And we've got WhatsApp, so I made a WhatsApp app image because I made all these app images because people have uploaded app images, but they might have been in 2019 or 2022, and of course I've been looking, so that's how I know the years to these app images and why they're out of date and why I've uploaded newer versions. So obviously some of these are websites. So this is a website, this is a website, this is a website, but it makes it, and this is a website, but it makes it easier when you're using these websites, so you don't have to have web pages open, you just have an application. So like if you wanted to go on the Play Store, you can use this, you can sign in, it'll save your sign-in credentials, obviously in a safe, secure file, which is in your home directory, by the way, and then you can use the application itself instead of using Firefox, and it's just so much easier. So that's why I've made it, and I've made all these other app images as well. So you've got so all of these app images. This one here wasn't even an app image, but all of these were out of date. There wasn't a Firefox app image. The Discord app image is out of date, or the Firefox app image might have been out of date. The VLC app image was definitely out of date. PPSSPP app image was out of date. Telegram was out of date. That's why I've made it. So I've downloaded Telegram, PPSSPP, Firefox, VLC, and Discord, all from the Arch repos, and put straight into an app image for people. So if there is any updates, I may look keeping them up to date. But at the end of the day, I don't want to get in trouble with these developers. I mean, they are unofficial app images anyway, and I do state that on my Pling store. So we've got retro watch as well. We've got tons and tons and tons, but we've also got a few more pages on my website. We've got the service menus, so we've got all my service menus. These pictures do need to be updated. Well, for the most part, they're showing the same thing, and all of the things are all in that one photo. I could just put it as one photo and just put, this is what you can download. But I think it's quite nice, you know, because we've got, fair enough, we've got the same images, but the same images show just different things, and you think, whoa, there's that many things in that one image. So anyway, that's another thing I've added. I've now added a distributions page. I may add buttons on the bottom of these for further info to do with these distributions, but for the moment we're keeping it sweet and simple on the website, where I don't want to be updating too much. That's the problem I had last time. I had a lot to update and I just couldn't be bothered. So I thought, you know what, I need to look at others. There obviously could be people using my distribution, so they're going to want to know information. They're going to need information in the easiest way possible to read, not like a wiki, because you know, I can't deal with wikis myself. Anyway, we've got stable ISOs. These are still currently the stable ISOs. We've got additional information if you want to find out more about what is in my system app and some other key details about how to remain stable on my distributions. We've got my GTA 5 mods, we're not going to look at them. We've also got now photos of my themes, and we've got a support me page. So ISOs, themes and my software I create will always be free, but any donations are helpful towards my projects. It shows support and helps towards keeping my machines running. It really is, you know, because my electric's run off a council. I'll be honest with you, I'm living in a council house. I don't own my own property. I haven't got a job. This is my job. This is my hobby. I'm never going to be changing job title because this is a hobby. It never really was a job. But I'm doing it for fun and I enjoy doing it. So now we're going to get to where I've just started. Yeah, beautiful Bash. Yes, Chris Titus. Thank you very much, mate. What can we do with C++ Qt6 that you can't do with Bash? Oh, okay. We can make Qt6 applications, because I'm pretty sure that you can't make Qt6 in Bash. You have to use a different language. Bash doesn't support Qt6. I'm sure you can wrap QML into Bash, but you can't put Qt6 into Bash. Now, we have C++ Qt6, or we could have gone QML. It really doesn't make any sense to do that anyway. Well, we've got a C++ YouTube application that also allows you to download. So we'll go on the YouTube application. We've got the YouTube app image open already. So if we go on here and we go see Chris Titus again. Hello, Chris Titus, my mate. So we go be a beautiful Bash, or be a beautiful C++. C++ Qt6. As soon as you go on the YouTube video, it's going to ask you if you want to download it. So
sweet and sour. The dummy will bounce in your head. Boing, boing, boing.
I've already got the MP4 video downloaded, so that's already been downloaded. So we're going to go to the downloads folder and we're going to see that it's downloaded the MP3 now. And we're going to check both files and make sure they work. Anyway, we can go on here and push OK.
It can look
absolutely amazing.
And some people are like, I don't have time.
I haven't got time to add this API and that API and that API and that API. I just want something basic, yeah, where I'm not going to get no attention from it. Nobody's going to download it because it's absolute rubble off the floor, mate. And it's not even swear about it, not get too negative or, you know, it's just rubble off the floor. If you ain't got the time, you don't put the effort in and don't research about these things, you're never going to know about these things. You're going to be able to do these things, you know. This here is not easy. You've got to go on here. We've got to go to API. We type in API, I'm pretty sure we're going to find something about what we just typed in a minute ago. We're on there, so which one did we actually go on? There is a API on here. If we go to Q Web Engine class, and we're going to go here, it's going to tell us full screen API. You got to know about these things, otherwise you ain't making anything. So here, let me type it in. Full screen API. Here we go to Qt. Full screen API. This is how I just done it. So like we got the is it this? Full screen declaration for the Qt web engine. This is exactly where I went to find the information how to make YouTube videos open in full screen. Now initially it was opening at a high DPI and we were having an issue. But we fixed it, and there's a few things I want to add into this. Say like the escape key is meant to be making the full screen video now exit and go back to this, which isn't working, which I'm going to be updating. And also I want to add an ad blocker into this. It's going to be an application that I use on a daily because I watch a lot of videos, and I've just had enough of having this website open and that website open and this website open. Okay, now we're going to have probably 101 different apps open, but at least I don't have to, because I use separate screens, I don't have to have everything on one screen in one browser. I could do one thing here and one thing there. I have a separate keyboard there and a separate keyboard there. I've got two computers, two different screens. I've got three different screens and two different computers. So I've got two screens linked to this one screen linked to that one. And it's like, so I'm going to want to have one application there on that second screen that's linked to this computer, because we've got two screens linked to one. And I'm going to want to be able to do that on there. So I've got the separate keyboard on the other computer, and I've got this keyboard here with these two screens. So then I can have beautiful Bash on the right hand side, with Chris Titus's face, you know, telling us how to make beautiful Bash, which really is never going to be possible because Bash doesn't support some of the best GUI applications out there, such as Qt6, does it now? And we can also be coding on this side and making something new. So I could be learning about beautiful Bash, you know, or C++, Qt6. And then I could be making something at the same time as I'm learning about it. Or I could be researching about full screen APIs for the Qt6 web browser, and at the same time trying something at the same time. This is why I'm making this now, because YouTube works perfectly fine in the browser, don't get me wrong, but I like the functionality of now being able to download videos or MP3 or MP4, because we can download it as a sound or as a video, and I like the functionality of also being able to watch the video and have it as full screen. So that's pretty much it today. Just wanted to talk about some beautiful Bash, or beautiful Qt6 C++, should we call it, and just some of the app images and things I've been doing really. I've been focusing on just improving some of the things I'm going to be adding into my distribution. So I think we'll showcase it. What are we doing? Vodafone. We're not on Vodafone. We're on EE, and that's pretty much it. So if we go here and we go to Arch, and I haven't got this on. So if we go here, and then we come here. Now it's going to tell me I'm able to do that. We also have the new full has been built. So I actually have made the Torpedo AKGA full has been made. But the problem is the ISO is too big for SourceForge to be downloaded. Oh dear, here we go. Too big for SourceForge to be downloading from. So we've got a bit of a problem here. I've never seen that happen before. Keyboard. I've never seen that happen before. We've got a new keyboard. We've changed the colours on it. Pretty sure if we push FN and that, changes it to like that. Well, we've got a bit of a problem here. We never had this problem before. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this short, sweet and simple and just show some of the things. Maybe that USB isn't added yet. The USB is added. So that is running. Oh, here we go. Torpedo, AKG. Oh yeah, because I've been doing a lot of work. A lot of things are open, so it is going to run a little bit slow, people. I'm sorry about that. And this isn't the best of computers. It's been up the walls. This computer's been smashed left, right, and centre. So we are in a virtual machine. Normally this would be copying now what the ISO is, and the ISO is probably about 7 GB at the moment. Another little quick look. Here we go. So we did have a mouse. The ISO itself is about 7 GB, and I can say this because I sat there and I made it and thought, alright, I can't. So it's just about 7.3 GB. It says that, but it says 6.9 here. So I get confused with Linux because of that. Still trying to understand it myself. Why it says 6.9 there, and really and truly it's that. I know obviously the megabytes in real data are bigger than what it actually shows, but I didn't think it'd be that much, because that there says 6.3 to me there, and it says 7.3 to me there. So like 5 GB is 5056 or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, I know the numbers are wrong, I'll be honest with you. But I know that it's just a little bit more. It's not as much as what they've just put there in that little info box, should I say. Preference, is it preference? Options, whatever you want to call it. It's got information to it, information box. So this is Spitfire AKG, not Torpedo. The ISO has actually been named wrong, funnily enough. So I wanted to make Spitfire AKG full, and this is what I've done here. I spent my hours and time to make it, and I made it 3 days ago, so there is room for improvement. It isn't on the internet as such yet, simply because there is a few things to add. But I generally think it is it's good to go. If we can just get this properly working instead of breaking it before we even used it. Let's not break it before we've used it now. Not even had a go yet. Not even shown a single feature. Anyway, so this is the full edition, and I've pretty much got everything that I believe should be on the full edition, which is what I normally install anyway. I've removed some things over the years, because over the last year, because of how big it is. So we've got Dolphin, Art, Bottles, we've got Boar, Discover, Firefox, Qubit, Torrent, DNS Changer. I've got my own version now. We already had the Android file transfer. The Anti-Micro-X is already installed. Kali was already installed. That was already installed. VRC was already installed. That's a necessity for the Plasma desktop. That is a dependency for the Plasma desktop, if you did not know. Groovic View is a camera viewer. We've got GUVC View is what I call it normally. Kate, we've got iBus. We've got K-Calculate, we've got Print Manager, we've got Piper, we've got Spotify, we've got OBS Studio, because I had enough of installing that every time I reloaded my system. We've got WhatsApp, we've got RetroArch, we've got Critter, we've got GIMP, we've got Xbox Gaming Cloud, we've got Steam, we've got FreeCAD, Yuzu, which is something I've always included. From the minute I knew about Yuzu, I've always loved it. And yeah, I know how to get Yuzu, so I'll put Yuzu in here because I'm not a known company making money now, so I don't have to abide by other people's rules. I can put Yuzu in my distribution if I really wanted to. We've got RPCS3. That's a tongue twister for me. If you haven't watched any of my videos, I struggle saying that sometimes and remembering the name of it. PPSSPP is another one. We've got Spectacle. We've got some video software. We've got Waydroid. We've got OpenJDK Java. We've got another one. This is a new version. We've got the shell and we've got the console version. XDVI. We've got RDP, which is for when you connect into a server computer. So like if you wanted to connect to Windows off of another computer, you can connect to it from here. We've got Boxes, Vert Manager, we've got Gparted, which is only just been added in the last couple of versions. I actually forgot to add that at the start. We've got also image creator, user feedback if you want to provide feedback to the KDE devs. We've got the crash manager if you get any problems. We've got Stacia. We've also got K system log, which is good for the kernel. It's called the journal, is it? And the kernel, and any problems with anything to do with your computer. If you get any GPU problems, you can't boot, your hard drive doesn't want to work, you get no sound. This here is what you need if your system doesn't boot or something's not working. The crash manager will crash processes will only keep crashed processes. This also will show that, I do believe, but this here is for boot problems, sound problems, anything really. This is the system log. This will keep. This is in the var logs really. All of the information is in the var logs, but this one application helps you understand it a bit more and keeps a lot more information, I believe. Or just compacts all the files that are in the var log folder, should I say, into this one application. It just makes it easier for people to read. And I originally didn't have that, so I added that myself. It's something that I use and did use in the past because I had GPU problems. Got G overlay for people that like to see frames per second. We've got console, system, info center if you need to find some information about your system. And I'm running right now on an i3 couldn't tell you off the top of my head, 4170 CPU, which is why I always ask for some help, support. You know, I'm trying to get back to my AMD 4 processor. I just can't get there at the moment. I've not got enough money coming in. I'm making applications left, right, and centre. Just, you know, to help other people, have a bit of fun, hopefully make some money. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I can't beg for money. You know, I can't force people to give me money. It's free open source software. I would never expect anyone to pay me directly for something that I've made, especially ISOs or a theme. So anyway, this is Spitfire AKG full, and yeah, it's practically made. It's basically made. I've got to change a few things, which is the boot artwork and the login artwork. Is it the logout? Is it the login? I think it's the boot artwork that needs to be changed really, and well, I don't know whether to make it smaller or not because I can't put it on the SourceForge. So I might put it on Mega, and it might just be the only ISO that's on Mega. And what you do is you go onto the downloads page, and there will be a link for the download because it won't be on SourceForge. SourceForge, I think they have a 6 GB download limit. I don't know. I could try and upload the file, and it might just tell me this limit is finished, which would be good because that's what I want to know, whether it or that I can upload it. Because that's what I want to know. I just don't know. I know there's a limit, but I don't know what the limit is. I can't remember whether it's 6 GB or 7 GB. I'm pretty sure it's 7, and even then, I think my file just pretty much goes over that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. I wanted to keep it short, sweet and simple. I wanted to show some of the things I am doing in the meantime around my ISOs that I do create. I have means to keep updating. I'm going to update as much as I can. There is not a set back or anything like that. I'm not going to be creating one ISO a month. I'm going to be trying to create 2 a month at least, if not more. I used to create an ISO every single day of the week, if not every 2 days a week or 3. I slowly did slow myself down because I was basically at the point where I wanted to be, which I'm not at the moment. So I'm pushing people. I'm really pushing to try and get some of the work that I need to get finished soon. Or I'm just like you lot. I'm learning. We all learn together. We're learning something new off of new videos. We watch every single day of the week. Hopefully you learn something off the beat. And that's it really. Hope you're having a good night or day, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. And it's a bye from me, Aaron, or Claude Mods, which is my online name.